Hello, hello, Herd. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Mama Herd Dog, and we are going to go over some Skilmatics Guess in 10 games. And make sure you stay till the end because we have a junior version for around 3 to 6 years old. And on this channel, my family and I are here to help you. We are going to look at games, toys, video games, and art supplies, all the things to try to help you find the best toy for the children in your life, because that is an important thing. When we love someone, we want to try to get it right. So without further ado, let's get started.
Welcome to Herd About Toys. It's time to round up my herd.
Okay, we've got our first game here in the mix. It is Guess in 10, Animal Planet, about animals and things. I love it. That they call themselves the Quick Game of Smart Questions. And this is by Skilmatics. And this particular game is for 6 to 99-year-olds. So it's a wide range. And I've played it, and I think it's super fun. There is the family little logo here. So this is a family game, not a junior game. And it's 2 to 6 players. So let's take a look real quick here. All right, we've got our instructions, as you can see. There is about the game, which is just saying that it has different animals on the card, and it's your job to guess the card based on some of the buzzwords that your opponent is telling you, because they look at the card. And then we've got a really great description on how to play, and I feel like it's very thorough, easy to understand, which I always appreciate. There's also a bonus question section, clue cards, and then I love this on the back. They have decided to have some sample questions for you, just in case you've never played this game before, or the animal game is new to you. So they've got certain questions here to get you started, but then I think after that, you should be totally fine. So a couple of them are, can it be domesticated? Does it have wings? Can it run fast? Does it have fins? Is it a common pet animal? So those are great starter questions that they included for you. I really love that. So now we're going to take a look at the game. We have the clue cards here, and these clue cards are saved in your one game. You can only use 3. So you get 3 and I get 3. And now let's take a look at a card. I pulled one out just so we'd have something direct to look at. All right, we've got the hippopotamus. Okay, so here you've got, this is the name of the animal that you have to guess. There are 3 things here are the buzzwords. And these buzzwords, you get 2 to start. So for me, I would tell you, you're guessing, I pulled the card for you, and I'd say swimmer and heavy. And if you did not know that it was a hippopotamus and you needed a little bit more information, that's when you could use one of your clue cards. Or you can ask a question. So you could say your question has to be a yes or no question. Don't forget that. Yes or no question only, and you only get 10 of them. So you got to think about it real hard and pick the best questions to get to where you're hoping to go so you know the animal. So here we have the card, and these are like I said, these are the buzzwords. I've given you 2. Swimmer and heavy, and you're not really sure, so you want to give me like a clue card. And the clues are here on the card. For example, this one is, I can hold my breath for up to 5 minutes underwater. I spend most of my day in water to remain cool, and my eyes and ears are on the top of my head. So those are the 3 clues you would get for the 3 clues cards. And then that's it. You can't use them. All right. And then there's also, here we've got the bonus question. Oops, you can't see it. Sorry. Here you got the bonus question. And it's a little trickier. And if you won this card, then you get a chance to check out the bonus question. And you can decide, yes, I want to do it, or no, I do not. If you choose yes, it's a bit of a gamble, because if you don't get this right, then you lose the card you just won. And that is a bummer. So we don't want to do that. Okay, I think I've explained most of it. Like, these are the buzzwords, these are the clues, this is the question, the extra question there. And then here we've got a little bit of information about the hippo, freshwater, omnivore, 4-legged, and it cannot be domesticated. Boop, sorry about that. It cannot be domesticated. I should say not. So that's the basic card. And the basic rules are that you just need to get 7 of these animal cards to win. To get that, you need to be able to guess each animal on your card. Then you would get the card, you work up to 7, and boom, you won the game. I think the last bit of the game that you need to know about is that you only get to ask an animal, like you can only guess an animal 2 times. So if you do it 2 times, then that's all you can do if you're wrong. So that's important to know too. There's a couple there's a couple little extra rules here that makes it really, really fun. And I really enjoy the board game itself. I think it's really nicely put together. Now, we've had this one for ages. This was the first one I ever got my kiddos, and we all loved it because we all love animals. So this seemed like the obvious one to start with, and it's held up really great. I think I bought these in 2020. I started with this one, and it's still in great shape, and it has been loved very much. And I love how it has a little spot for it, and you have the finger spot, so pull it out easily because you know how frustrating sometimes getting game pieces out. That just it makes you crazy. All right, and then I love that everything is pretty thick, and it's a pretty decent card. Now you can see we have a little bit of wear and tear, but honestly, that's really nothing. And then excellent directions. And I think that's it for this game. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, up next we've got the Guess in 10 game, Foods Around the World. I thought this sounded super fun, and you get to learn about other foods in different places and kind of open your eyes to delicious treats that maybe you're missing out on. And also, it's a fun guessing game, of course. This one is for 8 to 99 years old, and it's a family version of the game again. Stay tuned for the kids version, and this is 2 to 6 players. You can do in teams, or you just do 2 people. All right, so this one has the same kind of deal, the clue cards, and it's got these excellent cards here. And then it has all kinds of food, grilled cheese, pretzels, bagels. So there's things that you actually do know. Oh, ratatouille is a little tricky maybe for a kiddo. And there are so many cards and so many delicious dishes. And it's all kind of the same as the animal game, where you've got the food item you're trying to guess right here, and then you have the picture of the item, and then you've got your buzzwords. They're a little smaller on this one. Buzzwords for sushi would be cold, Asia, Japan. And here are the clues that you would use your clue cards for. And then the same kind of thing, there's facts here about the food, which I find really interesting. And then there's bonus questions. One way I could say to replay the games, because listen, my kiddos have this memorized. They love this one. So I think a different way to play it once you've kind of got those things memorized is to check out the facts, and then maybe just give them 2 facts from here and see if they can guess it from that. They'll have an idea that sushi's in there somewhere in the card deck, but maybe they won't know these things quite as well. So that's another way to kind of change it up and get more bang for your buck out of these cards. So that's that one. Let's go ahead and check out the special one, the Guess in 10 Junior. The Guess in 10 Junior is really awesome. They have quite a few kinds. So let me get that. Okay, here it is. We got the Guess in 10 Junior, and this one is specifically inside my house. And this is for kids. See, it says kids on here. That's how you know, or the junior. And it's 2 to 8 players for 3 to 6-year-olds. My big kids are a lot bigger than this, but they like playing with my youngest still. It's still a fun game. I like it too. But it's just has little helper things here and there to make it a little easier to guess, which is so cool. I really appreciate what they were trying to do here, because everybody wants to play a game, and they'll see their older siblings playing it and wonder why they can't play. So this is a perfect companion if you're giving one of the, come on out, mister, giving one of the older ones for some of your older kiddos. Okay, so this is very similar. Here we got the directions. And it's for 2 players or 2 teams, and it's age 3+. And it's got 2 basic components to it. It's got the 35 card games. No, the game cards. All right. Oops, sorry about that. And there's 10 guider tiles. And then there's the tile case, which is right here. So these are the guider tiles, and these are the game cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this out, and you leave it in the box there, and then you have the Guess in 10 cards here. Okay, so here I picked up spoon. So let's say you're the person who's trying to guess spoon. So the great thing about this is that it is visual, and also for budding readers, you've got the word right here. But if you kid can't read, they got this picture to tell them everything they need to know, and so they get to be kind of independent. So I hold the card up, and the first thing you would do, you would turn over one of these guider tiles. Now this is asking the question. It prompts you to ask the question, is it big or is it small? That's what this card is. And you would say, well, depending. Now here you have to, there's some decision making to do here. You could say it's small, because I think it's small compared to a refrigerator, right? All right, so then you would go ahead. Oops, you wouldn't see that. And then another card is if it's heavy or light. And then another one, let's see a couple. This one, does it need electricity? Is that upside down? I don't know. And this is heavy or light. And then we've got, does it go on the table? Does it go on the wall? Or does it go on the floor? And these are all questions to help you guess the card spoons that I'm holding. And then here you got 4 little pictures here. And this is what room does it belong in? The kitchen, the bedroom. No, I'm sorry. Did I say this was the kitchen? The kitchen, the bathroom, I'm going to go slower, the bedroom, and the living room. So those are those 4 choices. Where does it go? And obviously a spoon would go in the kitchen. So if you asked this question, I'd be able to tell you it's in the kitchen. And then we have this one. Oh, it was the wrong way. This one is what is it used for, which is a great help, because if you haven't, oh my goodness, excuse me. If you have not really guessed or have any clue what your item is that you're trying to guess, this is great, because what is it used for is, I think, a really awesome way to move the game along, because I feel like it's a little more obvious when you get that card. And then the last 3 are these make up your own cards. This is your way to help your opponent figure out what's on here. You give the clue. So I would be giving the clue to you to try to help you guess spoon. So I would say I'd make up one that's like, you use this to eat soup. And then that would hopefully be one to really help have you figure it out on the other side. And then you'd say spoon. And then you've won the game. And you keep this card here in a separate pile, and the goal of the game is to gather up 7 of these cards, and then you're the winner. You can get to the end of these 10 cards and then guess, but if you guess in the middle because you think you know and you're real excited and you guess and it's wrong, then the game is over. And that's how you basically play the game. You've got your prompts here, and you have your different things to pick from that you're trying to guess what's around the house. Thank you so much for watching this, and there'll be links to these games in the description box, and I hope you snag one of these. Anything under 12 is a steal of a deal, so go ahead and grab it. And thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate that. It is so great to have people watch the video. I'm a teeny tiny channel, and I love all the support and love and likes that I can get. So thank you so much for those. Please come back, as we're going to be reviewing a lot other games and toys. So with that said, that'll do, friends. That'll do.